You know, Sean, some thought that Creator was going to quite easily be able to take this matchup, but life taking those two quick games early on and forcing Creator to tie it back up means that this truly is a final that we all deserve. And now, being tied yet again, we go into a best-of-3 scenario. As we started out best-of-7, but as these two players negate their games, here we sit. Game 5 is going to be on Metropolis, of course, a map that can certainly mean really long games. We've seen some epic PVZs on this map before, and I'm excited for this map. So let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about what do you expect out of these two players tied up now going into Metropolis.
Well, this is the map where I think lifestyle is going to take most hold. You don't have to worry about being messed with early. The ways that you can get messed with are kind of deal-withable. It's a straightforward map for Zerg to get to wherever you want to be at as a Zerg. And I honestly think we'll probably have a repeat of Game 1 long, drawn-out big macro. In the last game, what did we see from Creator? That Creator can be in an amazing position when he is left alone, when there's nothing to mess with him at any point, and it was one attack that won him the entire game. So in this position, there's two weird things going on. Can Life get in there and mess with Creator if Creator makes a mistake? Or can Life avoid having this weird confrontation at 15 minutes? That's what really screwed up Life in that last game. Because Life got to do what he wanted to do, but just didn't quite choose the right composition in the right position. So I honestly would probably say this is the map where I have the hardest time deciding who should come out ahead, and it's all going to come down to who has the best late game composition.
All right, well, Metropolis is going to be the map. Let's get it started. Game 5 of the TSL4 Grand Finals between Creator and Life.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to find out who is going to push the series to match point, tied up 2-2 right now. Whoever wins this game is one game away from being crowned as the TSL4 champion. Up in the north position, shocking everyone with his completely bonkers style of Zerg in every game. Can he pull another trick out of the hat here? It's Star Tails Life.
And in the south position, as the red Protoss, many thought he would take the series easily, but Life is certainly going to make him earn it. And don't forget, with $16,000 on the line, these guys are playing their hearts out. It is CreatorPrime. And you know, Sean, going into this game, you know, one thing that's kind of been interesting to me from Life's point of view is that, you know, we see some of these Zergs like really rushing to that hive tech, really like getting it in there. We see these earlier and earlier hives, but Life is one of the few Zerg players that I feel just gets really comfortable in that mid game. And although I feel like a lot of his tech is delayed, he still plays it out to just work for him in the right time. On the same token, I kind of feel like there's something really exploitable there as a result.
Yeah, that extended mid-game is what we saw CreatorPrime just whump in the last game. It wasn't even close. Just immediately swung out with a DT Stalker Sentry Immortal composition that Life really couldn't deal with. So I do think that Life can make use of that layer tech, but if he does, he needs to do something Vortex style. Like be dropping in the main base, using Mutas or Banelings, being aggressive, keeping the Protoss player down. It's going to be hard with a player like Creator who managed to have answers to it in game number 1, but even in game number 1, you got the chance to see, yeah, there are ways to deal with this, or there are ways to put pressure on Protoss that will keep him quite a ways batted down.
And a fight over the natural, only going to go one round. His second round, the drone knocks that throw back, and he gets it. There, the pool is finished up. And we did have the Nexus drop first for CreatorPrime, and then he is going to be dropping that Forge right at the front of his opponent's base. And you know, as these base positions lay out too, what I really like about these games going to the late is that, you know, it's a cut map in half, and then contention over those middle bases can be very, very difficult. Sometimes even the island coming into play at ridiculous times. There's the third drone going to that third hatchery. But, you know, if we go for the much longer game, I expect to see this whole map just kind of played out, and that's where this PvZ just gets so damn entertaining here on Metropolis.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, there's really not that much to tell, unless, of course, you're a newcomer to the StarCraft 2 scene. In this circumstance, the Protoss early expands, and Zerg says, well, since you can't attack me, I'll early expand again. And that's what that third base is up in that top corner. Per usual, the big tech choice decisions are huge warp gate play, or a delayed all-in, which would be the Immortal or Blink Stalker type all-ins. Those happen close to 10 minutes. Or is it going to be something like DT or Stargate? Really, those are the big four in my mind. Warp Gate, 10-minute all-ins, DT, and Stargate play. So, upon listing those all out, building drones is the best answer to all of them for a long time.
And that's what Life is doing right now. We did see him go with an earlier gas in the first game, but that is not going to play out in this manner. Zergling's chasing away a single probe that was on the Zerg side of the map. And now we're going to start seeing these buildings come down as the first sentry is going to come out. This Overlord wants to get a peek. He wants to see something to figure out exactly what CreatorPrime has up his sleeve for game number 5.
Now, ordinarily at this point, Zerg does take the double gas at 6, and that's exactly what we see Startail Life doing. He's playing very ordinarily. And it looks like, is CreatorPrime... Ooh, look at this, Marcus. There's a probe on the other side. This is often an indication that he wants to be gearing up for some sort of early expand. With that robo down, I would anticipate that we are going to see Creator do the exact same thing he did last game.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out really, really well, and I liked his unit control and his execution in the middle of the map during that battle. It was quite nice. So, again, why not? He's had sort of mixed luck with this Stargate play. A lot of that has come down to just some mistakes that have been made as a lack of a gateway army. But they're now working on these back rocks, and that could certainly be a possibility. One Zergling heading on down, and a few trickling out of the base. Speed is going to just get started moments ago. These Zerglings are not much of a threat here in the opening portion of the game. The back wall is going down, and there we have 3 gateways dropped in the main.
Yep, love this play. It is oh so standard, Marcus. It is oh so predictable. No reason not to be going for this sort of play, to be honest, but looks like there's going to be some wasted force fields incoming for Creator.
He doesn't want that Zealot to die.
Oh, Marcus, here comes the first huge deviation. Startail Life, look at this, going for Zergling speed and 1-1 before the layer.
Right.
He is gearing up to do a big push at this third. I think he's going to start massing up Zerglings and going to try to overrun just like he did in the previous game, but Creator sees it. He sees the Zerglings massing.
I mean, he not only sees the Zerglings massing, but 1-1 still a ways off. He's going after that Zealot yet again. There's another force field going to go out. No! Zealot chased away, and those Zerglings are victorious. Now we've got the Immortal starting to come out. Oh, Overlord number 2 came in, saw pretty much everything that he needed to see, including the additional gateway. And also he's got the Observer at the front of his base, so he sees nothing but Zerglings right now.
Oh, Marcus, it's not an early expand. It's the all-in.
It is.
There's the third. 3 gateways coming up. +1 armor. He's going to need to start boosting out that armor to be able to deal with this in time.
And here comes the Zergling attack. View slips through. The force fields come around. Sentry tries to get around. He drops the Nexus. Of course, that's just a ploy. It will most certainly get canceled, more than likely, but there's not a forward pylon either.
Gets canceled, has the Warp Prism out. He has to be careful. He's about to float into vision range of that watchtower. No, don't do it! Oh my god, no, and there it gets spotted. Now all of a sudden Life is going to be feeling real confused.
Oh, man, so close. Those sentries out quite a ways. And there are a lot of Zerglings here now. The back door is open. Oh my god, the back door is open. Sean Life is going to walk in here. He's going to, oh my god, this is going to be absolutely terrible for the Protoss player. Probes immediately start falling like crazy. The whole natural is going to get killed. And inside the main, there is a wall off. But that means the natural is going to go down. Meanwhile, attack at the front.
Now, given the fact that there's so many Zerglings here, there's no need to build Stalkers, just Zealot Sentry, so Creator is going to save himself a little bit of money. He really should Chrono Boost that +1 armor in the front of the base. It looks like, oh, Creator's going to go for the big win.
Yeah.
Can he get up into the main, kill off all the vital tech structures? Those Lings are 1-1 right now.
Oh my gosh, a great counter. Oh, a few Lings do slip through with the force field stopping a few. All of those spine crawlers are taken out, and there are still plenty of force fields here. This Zerg's going to have a hard time getting into the Protoss base. In fact, it's done now. He's bringing all the Zerglings back, but what does he do? Zealots inside the main, and this could work out remarkable for CreatorPrime.
Oh no, how will Life pull this one off? He needs to have some set of production started elsewhere. Where are his drones? He has 55 drones against the 22 of Creator. Most of those Zerglings are still back at the home, but it looks like Creator's still morphing units in. This is going to be an extremely close game. Can Life build up enough defenses? I think he has to start building spine crawlers now. Oh no, oh no, oh no! The spawning pool falls, Marcus!
Oh yeah, the spawning pool goes down, and it's not good. All the drones coming into battle, and now the Zerglings coming in. There's still some force fields remaining. Zerglings trying to slip around, but they are getting trapped within that force fields, and the main base structure still getting targeted. Now the layer going down, and this is it. The drones not able to get out. They're trapped inside, and this is most certainly going to be GG, as the Zerg pretty much is left all up to the third base.
No, look at this. There's about to be a pack of Mutalisks that gets started. Look at the composition, Marcus. It actually is not very good on the anti-air front, and actually he has a lot of Zerglings to be able to deal with this. If he can sweep in and get some good target kills off, then he'll be able to pull it in his favor.
Well, he needs to get through there as quickly as he can. 7 mutas coming out. We've got about 8 Stalkers and 9 sentries, and here they go, going in for it. The Zerglings moving in. There, the force fields go down. A lot of these Zealots are getting eaten alive. And did he push it too soon here?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be close, Marcus, but it looks like even with transfuses, there's not quite enough. And Creator, with having a lost expansion, morphs in the right composition to stay alive. Can he manage to pull it off still? Transfuses continue to go down. It looks like it's going to be an extremely close finish, but GG. Wow. CreatorPrime gets it to 3-2 by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the Zergling run by, just like, it looks so bad. But you know what? The moment, and I didn't actually look at the front of the base, the ramp, the moment he saw that coming, he decided to attack the front and just wall off. At his front, at Creator's front, which worked out phenomenal. I mean, there's nothing those Zerglings could do. They were going to be worthless at the front of his ramp as well, due to the fact the Protoss army made it into the main. And talking about thinking you're in a great situation and just having, you know, just a giant crap on your head right there. That's not very good. It's rough.
I mean, it's really credit to the planning that you can make with that sort of build order. If you do end up losing to a Zergling counterattack or losing your natural expansion to a Zergling counterattack, you have to remember, he has mainly Zergling, so you can warp in Zealots. They're a lot cheaper than the Stalkers, and you can proceed with the all-in with the same number of units, just more sentries and Zealots in it. And we saw that composition only got Stalkers right at the very, very end when Spire started to be a real possibility.
Yeah, and it was you know, like quick thinking there from Life, but the damage already done. And the Zergling attack did not work out well for him. But now we see CreatorPrime on game point. $16,000. He can smell it right now, Sean. And that's a big deal to take first place of TSL4. Will Life be able to hold on as we switch to the next map, Cloud Kingdom? Or will CreatorPrime finish it in the next map? We'll find out when we return after this commercial break.